If you've ever had a conversation with me, you know that I love downtown. I love living downtown. I will brag about it all day long. But I have to be honest, there are some things that bother me. I mean, there are some things that bother everyone about living downtown. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so first, I will start with the panhandlers, the homeless people, the wanderers. I'm a nice person. I am. I don't mind giving a dollar or two here and there, but when you live downtown, your whole perception of the whole homeless population just it changes you. Because yes, it's a sad life and it's sad what they had to go through, but they harass you every day and it becomes really annoying. And I don't mean to come off as a horrible person, but I mean, I'm a broke college student. Technically, you have more money than I do because I'm in debt. You probably have a couple dollars in your pocket. I have negative a couple dollars, negative a couple thousands of dollars actually. So yeah, that's one thing. And there's other people downtown that tend to get on my nerves. Like there's this guy, he stands in the corner and he preaches all day long. And I'm not a bad person, like I was saying earlier. I don't mind it. I don't mind you talking to me about God. But he literally stands in the corner and yells at people and tells them that they're going to go to hell. And how does that make you feel waking up every morning, walking to work or walking to class, and someone's just telling you, hey, like, you're a bad person, you're going to hell? So, yeah, I don't like him. I think that he needs to tone it down a little bit and go about his ways in a different way. Okay, and another thing are the feral cats. And you don't see this as much if you live in the buildings downtown, but if you live in like a condo or if you live in just a couple blocks away from Metro from the buildings, there's feral cats and they get in fights all the time and you can hear them. You can hear them all night long and it is one of the most irritating things when you're trying to sleep or when you're trying to study and it's just you don't even understand. Like you just cats are horrible. Feral cats are even worse. Another thing is the traffic downtown. I don't drive. I'm a broke college student. I'm saving up for a car. I'm saving up for a laptop. I'm saving up for everything right now. I don't drive, but I have friends that do drive and it's a pain in the butt when they come down here because they don't know where to park and they don't want to pay for parking and the meters they're so outdated. Like they need to update that system. There's one-way streets down here. Who likes one-way streets? That's dangerous. I can't tell you how many times I've had a friend come down here turning on the wrong street and I don't drive, so I can't really warn them beforehand because I don't have much experience with that. But aside from the traffic, I mean, it's not bad. I don't mind walking everywhere. So that doesn't technically affect me too much, just I know it affects other people, so I thought I would point it out. And also, the smells downtown. Sometimes it smells amazing. Sometimes you can smell the food, but if you walk by a certain alleyway or if you walk in a certain direction, like you always catch this whiff and I don't know if it's the sewage or if it's just trash or if you live in a building, no doubt like every once in a while like your hallway will smell like the trash chute because people are inconsiderate and they just leave their trash there. That's just how it is. That's how it works. Another thing I don't like about downtown is that when it rains, which it almost never does here, it just it's horrible because it floods everything. It's beautiful. Like I love the rain. I love how it looks on our streets. It glistens and it reflects the lights from the buildings, but it smells and it floods everything and our sewage system is just horrible here. Okay. Without me sounding like a cynic, there are a couple more things. And don't get me wrong, I love downtown, but this stuff needs to be said. Westward Ho. If you've ever walked by the Westward, well, first, if you don't know what the Westward Ho is, it's okay. No one really does. What it used to be back in the day, it was once the most prestigious hotel in Arizona. President Reagan stayed there, Marilyn Monroe, and a lot of other celebrities. And no, that's not a coincidence that Reagan and Marilyn Monroe were both there. Think about it. So, if you ask 10 people downtown what the Westward Ho is, you will get 6 different answers. I guarantee you'll hear something from the homeless shelter to an insane asylum to a haunted house, a slaughterhouse. It might as well be a slaughterhouse. There's an ambulance there every day. And the problem with the Westward Ho and why it bothers me so much is that if it really is a mental rehabilitation center, then why are there no rules to keep the people there? I feel like there's always people hanging out around there, and there's a college campus literally 2 blocks down from it, and there's always people harassing other people, and it's annoying. But I looked it up, and technically it's a low income housing area just for anyone. So technically anyone can live there. And the funny thing is, the other day at work, I had one of my customers came in, and he's a really nice guy. And he told me that Elizabeth Taylor actually owns one of the floors there, which I don't know is true, but I thought it's interesting that there's so many rumors floating around about the place. So that's the Westward Ho. Not that big of a deal, but it's still something kind of neat, but at the same time a little annoying about downtown. Another thing that bothers me about downtown is that there is absolutely no shopping. Like, you have a college campus, you have an airport not too far from here, you have hotels, and you don't have any shopping. That doesn't make any sense. They would make so much money if they just opened up a mall or just something down here. And then there's no grocery shopping. There's no, if you want to go grocery shopping, you have to get, especially if you don't have a car. Like, there's college students, and I can guarantee you more than half of us don't have cars. But there's no way for us to actually go and pick up groceries unless we take the light rail somewhere. Like, there's no walking distance to shop for food, for clothes, for any of that stuff. That is a big problem. Another thing, this is probably downtown's greatest downfall, and I really hope that this does change sometime in the future, is that all the great places down here are hidden. If you ask somebody who doesn't go to downtown regularly and goes in just for a weekend, they will tell you that is the most boring place they've ever been to, and it's nothing but just businesses, and there's nothing out here. But really, the people who live here know that there's so much going on, that there's so many places to go to, there's so many restaurants, but the problem is it's just hidden. Like, there are little hole in the walls, and there's whole neighborhoods where houses are turned into businesses and restaurants, and nobody really knows about that. And I think that's something that definitely needs to be changed about downtown. And the last thing that really annoys me downtown, maybe it's just ASU campus, I don't know, is the petitioners. Every day there's a petitioner that will ask you about if you have time for gay rights, if you have time for animal abuse. And it's different every day, and it's the most random stuff. I swear the other day it was something like, do you have time for single parents whose husbands or wives have served in the military? And I'm just standing here like, I have no idea what you said. But the good thing about so many petitions downtown is that you get to know about a lot of the issues, and it brings the awareness up. It lets you know about what's going on, what people care about. And like, I guess that's a good thing because the journalism school is downtown, and that really does, it helps us out because we know what people are concerned about. And I guess the other upside to that is I've completely perfected my signature. So when I am big and famous, that'll be perfect. I'm kidding, but not really. So yeah, those are the things that bother me about downtown. There's a lot of other things that I can't really think of right now, but just keep checking back on this blog, and I promise you I'll have another post up or a video or something.